You know what would go great with all that delicious food you just saw? A nice cold beer. So we're going to take you from Beirut to the BOG Brewing Company down in St. Augustine. And I'm joined by the owner and head brewer, Steven Mendoza. Good to see you, man.
Thanks for having me.
This is our last stop on the brewery tour of St. Augustine. There's 4 of you guys down there, but the BOG Brewing Company, what's the story?
Well, we've been open about 3.5 years now. We're a little brewery, microbrewery, and really we focus on a lot of unique crafts. I'm greatly inspired by European beers, German lagers, Belgian wild ales, and sour beers. I guess I've always been a fan of history, so it is really nice drinking, German lagers that they've been making a certain way for 200, 300 years. In the same way with Belgian beers, when you go to some of those abbeys and you see them and you ask them, why do you make this beer? And their answer is, well, it's the way we've always made it. And
you went over there and studied.
Studied. But yes, I definitely did my time in Belgium, road tripping around.
No, this is good stuff. And so where you're located is really cool. You're right next to one of my favorite restaurants on the entire First Coast, Present Moment Cafe.
Absolutely.
You're right there in kind of the historic, is it historic King Street?
Yeah, the historic King Street district. We're pretty much right across from, the historic district that everyone knows so well, where St. George Street is. So we're about a half mile west of the historic area.
We got
right
some
near
pictures
the
of the brewery there. The outside, the building, you can tell that obviously it's an older building. The BOG, what's the name about?
The BOG. Florida is the BOG for us. It's you can just get stuck in Florida, almost like what we were just talking about. It just draws you in no matter where you are.
What'd you bring with you?
Brought our dry hopped Helles lager.
Real quick, the picture you're seeing on your screen is not an error. That is your daddle peppers. You actually smoke daddle peppers and put those in one of your beers?
We do, for the smoked daddle ale. So daddles, it's a pepper that St. Augustine's very proud of. Grows best in St. Augustine soil. We smoke those ourselves over some mesquite and applewood, and then add them to the beer. It's a very light, crisp beer with a nice smoky hot finish.
You got to go there to get that one, and it's great with pizza and tacos. But which one is this?
So this is our dry hopped Helles lager. Talking about, that nod to tradition in German beers. This is brewed with a yeast from southern Germany. Crisp, very nice, perfect beer heading into summer.
What are we talking about ABV-wise?
4.8, so...
A nice light one.
Yeah, exactly.
I like you poured me a bigger one.
I like beer with a nice head on it. I think it really helps
that's
into
actually one of the things about drinking beer people don't understand. You want that because that actually allows the beer to really get to its full flavor.
That's your first experience, is smelling it.
Oh, yeah, that's classic. And what's this one called again?
This is our dry hopped German Helles lager.
When you say dry hopped, we've heard people say that term before. What does that mean?
So basically, after fermentation is complete, or towards the end, you'll actually add hops back into the beer. Normally, hops are added straight into the boil.
Right.
And you boil them the whole time. Process. That's where you get the bitterness from. So by dry hopping, you add a little bit of aroma. And that's kind of our unique take on some of these classic styles, like a Helles. Like, you can brew a straight Helles, but we like to add a little something else. Brewed with all German malt, German yeast, German hops.
This tastes like Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
Like, this tastes like I should have my... what's it called? What's the leather
called?
The not your I forget what they're called. I have one at home.
Yeah.
Anyway, what they wear at Oktoberfest. And what's this one right here? You can actually tell this one's really hazy.
Yeah, that's our West King Haze. That's we don't really do flagships at the BOG, but that's probably our most popular beer.
Hazy IPA.
The opposite of doing traditional German style is this is a style completely created by American craft brewers. Tons of dry hop, tons of juicy hop flavors.
All right, don't get bogged down trying to find a good beer. Simply watch this segment again on our website and then share it with your friends so you can